Ou deixa sua bunda ardendo, ou dá tapa, 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 cara.
Welcome to Empowerment Unleashed Now, exploring your inner authority. I'm Michelle Jones.
And I'm Scott Collins.
And this is the place to connect with your highest, most essential self, your most empowered self, where you can explore your inner authority and learn from others and learn more about yourself.
We talk with fascinating people from all walks of life about transformation, healing, hypnosis, astrology, physical experience of being human, and a heart-centered living.
We're so thankful that you're here with us. Let's dive right on in. Hi, guys. It's Michelle and Scott. We are here today to do a new little listener segment. And at the beginning of every awareness, like every consciousness, new consciousness, astrologically that we enter, we're going to do a little interview with a person who actually is either that sun sign or that rising sign, who kind of would actually represent the quintessential, like, stereotype that you would think of with that, like, state of consciousness or awareness. I will not have to be interviewed until almost a year from now, considering that we just finished.
You got out scot-free.
Well, I don't know about that, dude. Jupiter's hanging out. I'm gonna have a lot.
Interview.
I'm gonna have a lot to say by the time my interview rolls around. All right, so I have some message on my screen, Noah. Is that messing you up? The setup professional audio?
I don't see it.
All
No.
right, well,
And you sound great
apparently
still.
just my shit. Okay, as usual. 10 minutes with a Leo, my friend. Hi. Are you a Leo rising?
14-degree.
13 degree.
Evidently, it's the opinionated degree.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Man who wouldn't say y'all.
Thinking outside of the box degree.
Okay, so you're a Leo.
Right.
What would give that away to me if I did not know you like I know you, my brother from another mother? The first thing that I would say is the hair. The mane.
That tracks.
It
Especially
tracks.
today.
Sometimes people confuse me as a Leo because of the hair.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. It is my third house, though, of beliefs. So, yeah, I love Leos, but that tracks. And the other thing about Leos, so besides the fact that Leos have great hair as a stereotype, Leos also enjoy being on stage. Is that true or false?
I mean, I guess that tracks also. I mean, I think being okay with being a performer or orator. I mean, I guess for me particularly, there has to be a place to house and share those sometimes unpopular opinions, sometimes popular opinions,
What about just controversial?
thought-provoking opinions.
Right. I was going to say, let's go with thought-provoking, controversial.
Yeah.
But Leos can roar.
Yeah.
I think in your music is where your roar is.
Yeah. That's where I feel comfortable letting that come out. Is definitely as a singing voice more so than even a speaking voice. And I would say my out of the box thoughts even come out more in the music than even when we do this podcast.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
You know, because for you as Leo rising and kind of your loyalty, which is very, very, right? Is that like a Leo tendency?
That's yeah, that is an astrological belief, or like I would say personality trait of Leos tends to be loyalty. Yeah.
I think it's like a consciousness that you like really embody. And for you, I would say that your loyalty lies in your heart, right? Like you try to be loyal to your heart through your art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the plight of the Leo with that loyalty
Capricorn speaks.
is, yeah, can't get away from
Plight.
that. But the plight is like accessing and committing to that loyalty to self. Like that is a big thing that I've had to um, work through, and especially as I've been able to move into and through my Chiron return, which is, the wound of the healer moment in our lives astrologically, that's become even more glaringly clear. The importance of that is the loyalty to self for the betterment of all.
Yeah. Um, what would you say you enjoy most about being a Leo?
Well, at this point, I would say that I am I am grateful that there tends to be a, a natural charisma that sometimes happens with Leos, which
If you don't say so yourself.
if you don't say you're right. So
Such a Leo
say
thing
this
to
with all
say.
seriously, like, but with humility, it's like when I was younger, it was something that was very uncomfortable. Actually, it was an inhibitor. I would say it was like something that I struggled with and possibly suppressed my success, was my resistance to that, resistance to the voice, resistance to the out of the box, unique, one of a kind opinions, sometimes unpopular opinions, but resistance to the necessity of being okay with stirring the soup and being provocative, um, because you have a natural charisma that can allow that others might actually listen with intent and openness. And there's a
I also
responsibility
think
that,
your Capricorn's bleeding through.
well, that's unavoidable. You chose to interview me in Leo season, though, not Capricorn season.
No, and I want our listeners to know that because your rising is how you present to
Yeah,
the world, but your heart, your sun is that Capricorn, and I think that that's the part of you that might have been a bit restrained,
for sure.
a bit restricted, like
Yeah,
having Capricorn, as your sun,
power.
like
Yeah.
Saturn is like your buddy, your study buddy
Hmm.
you know? And I think that it's a beautiful awareness that you have that now you know this about yourself and you kind of let your Leo out in your art, in your music in particular.
Yeah, very much so. But also in my astrology readings, anytime I do that for somebody, and also it finds its way into our podcast episodes from time to time. The
Like,
the
one of
voice
the
and the
things
opinions.
you're kind of like the leader of like okay, I'm just going to talk about you with your crypto,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That was very much leader of the pack, typical Leo kind of like, yeah, fuck what everybody else says. I know this is right and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
That's like a Leo move to me. It's very bold. It's very self-assured.
Yeah. Confident knowing that, like, in a way that's um from the inside out, definitely comes from a heart and gut feeling more so than
Mhm.
mind.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. And comes from like a place, a love driven place, knowing that it's something that for the good of one is for the good of all, like a for the species, for Mother Earth, for a consciousness thing. Like it was really that the driving heart of it was understanding economics, the history of currency and history of coding and the history of rights, human rights and civil rights. So it was like all those things into the pot, understanding that heart
Mhm.
driven thing, the sun
Mhm.
motivator. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you talk about the difference between a rising sign and sun sign and how those present? Just so our listeners understand, because you're like a Leo rising. And maybe we have
Yeah.
to bring in somebody with a rising and somebody with a sun to see
Yeah,
how
that's
they
a
do
great idea.
present differently.
It's a great idea and also a great question. And so, yeah, your sun sign, which is what everybody, most all of us, when we're like, what sign are you? When we talk astrology, that's your sun sign, where the sun was, what degree it was the day you were born. Now, your ascendant is something that moves much, much more quickly, like changes every hour roughly. I mean, it varies, but it changes many times within a 24-hour period. And that is just what is on the rising, on the horizon when you're born, what constellation is there as the earth is moving. Metaphysically, what they represent, in my belief anyway, is the sun sign tends to be what your really what your highest calling is. It is what, when you step into your highest self, your highest purpose, when you're at your highest harmonic vibration, that is your degree of your sun sign being in fully expressed. That is the purpose a bit. Your ascendant is the more nuanced part of you. It also tends to be how you're perceived by others. Like
Hmm.
when you walk into a room, how they first respond to you. Just your natural energy, your natural vibration. Whenever you step into your higher form of your sun, I like to think of, though, like your ascendant is like how you salt to taste the dish, salt and pepper to taste the dish. It's the nuance, flair. That's the ascendant. It's your little special element, small element that adds to your sun sign. Sun sign changes degree signs every 30 days roughly, but then degrees daily. Whereas, yes, that ascendant is shifting degrees by the minute and then signs by the hour. So it's really like the DNA strand of your molecule. I mean, it's the nuanced part of you. But it is often how you're perceived right away, which is why it's kind of interesting to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting thing. And I think that for Leo's sons in particular, like how like folks present is typically with a lot of passion, with a lot of flair, you
Hmm.
know? Yeah, some famous Leos, just to give a few examples. Barack Hussein Obama,
Hmm.
Madonna,
Yeah. Whitney.
Jennifer Lopez, Daniel Radcliffe, right? Harry
Yeah.
Potter guy,
Yeah.
Halle Berry, you know, like all
Yeah.
of this.
Roger Federer.
Roger Federer. And what I was going to say is that Barack has terrible hair. So that really blows that whole thing. That blows that whole thing up.
What's his
But, I guess these are just generalizations. But in terms of like confidence, in terms of
Hmm.
generosity, in terms of like loyalty, natural leadership, like passion, right? Oh, candor, honest.
Yeah.
Ask a Leo what they think, and you better have the time on the clock, right? Yeah, Scott's laughing hard on that one. Yes, there you have
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
No, it's like, but I'm going to tell you this. I also think that Leos are one of the most determined signs, right? Those motherfuckers don't give up.
So,
They
I
just
mean,
keep
I love
coming
these.
back.
Yeah, I love these questions because, just to briefly circle back to that sun and rising or ascendant element,
Yeah.
the way it tends to unfold too is as you become the sun sign in its highest vibration and harmony, then the ascendant tends to express as a byproduct of that. So a lot of
Yes.
these traits and characteristics have actually, for me, been things later in my life that have, like those higher qualities and vibrational states of the Leo are things that have surfaced later in my life when I found myself embracing, moving into and owning my Capricorn element. And then the Leo
Yes.
like really started to surface in a way that I hadn't considered and like I had maybe always resisted or felt uncomfortable about or even like denied. So yeah, those traits resonate very well. And they weren't things though, since it's my ascendant, that necessarily I was able to embrace right out of the womb. I had to go through definitely
Mhm.
Saturn return first, got me there to an extent, but then the Chiron return, like, can't stop it now.
Right. Right. Okay, so I'm going to go back to some of my shallow questions.
Okay.
So would you say that your clothing choices reflect your Leo flair?
No, definitely.
Right?
Especially the yeah, like eccentric out of the box stuff.
Leos have some good garb. They got
Yeah.
some good costumes.
Right on.
You know? I mean, we're talking about Madonna, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Hmm.
so the other thing about Leo, because there's always a little bit of duality in every sign,
Uh-oh.
Leos might be a little bit impatient,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
Um, Meaning that they tend to want to get things done quickly, similar to an aqua,
Yeah.
right?
It's a
Like they
compliment sign.
want to get done.
Yeah,
Get
it's a
done.
complimentary sign too. So
Yep.
that
And
makes
then becoming frustrated with delays. Like,
yeah.
because it's like there's this knowing. But there might also be a little bit of some arrogance there. Like, I know best for the whole world because I'm a Leo and the sun shines on me.
For
Just
sure. Yeah, and as a 14, that's definitely something like I've had to be very conscious about, work on is like making sure that anyone always knows my opinion or belief systems or my truth doesn't necessarily have to be theirs.
Mhm.
But even though like when you having the confidence and comfortableness to voice your thoughts, belief systems, version of truth and reality with clarity, like with conviction, I would even say, but also in a way that is inclusive and not my way or the highway, not unreceiving of other belief systems and ideas and thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's like again another to bring my Capricorn into it, like plight of the Leo is to like um try to walk that path like with accuracy and grace.
And I think that when you have that much charisma and you have that much confidence, it's a little bit to balance.
Hmm.
Right? Like in all honesty. And so, they are a fire sign,
Yeah.
and they really bring it. And if you just think about in North America where we are, it's the fire time.
Sure is.
It's so hot. I mean, like it's like 95 degrees in Nashville. So, there's a reason though that I think that this state of consciousness is so powerful at this time of year is also, if I think about Leos and I think about the lion and I think about, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go to the Leo King and Mufasa.
Mhm.
Like people want to just hang out under trees when it's so hot. Just lounge around. It's good to be the king. Leos can lounge. I know a few. They can lounge for a long time. But that's a good thing. I think it balances out the fire. So
Yeah, I need to do that more, I think. Thanks for reminding me.
you need to come and
I need
just,
to find a shade tree and a pina colada.
oh my God, you sound like my father. You could come over and you could just float in the pool. I'll make your pina colada. We could do that during Leo season, bro. That'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's good to be the king. All right. This has been more than 10 minutes. I don't even know how many freaking minutes, like 20, 8 minutes with a Leo. I don't know. Of course, it would be long-winded because it's with a Leo. This will never happen with Virgo. I'm sure people are going to be on the edge of their seats for 10 minutes with a Virgo that's coming up next month. But, well, thanks, Mr. Leo Rising Personality, for doing that with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh, of course it was, because it was all about you.
Yeah.
'Tis the season of Leo. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, all right. We should have like the David, but we should have heroes like as the outro for this like little component. We're going to do that for you. We're going to put some David Bowie.
That's cool. And some good crystals for Leo season for listeners are like citrine, carnelian, rose quartz.
Yeah.
More so citrine and carnelian, though.
I
Very
have some citrine.
for Leo season.
I have some citrine. I'm doing a yellow quartz right now, which
Yeah. Any yellow quartz, any yellow.
feels really good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're going to just leave this new kind of to be developed a little bit more segment in the can. And we thank you for listening to this. Let us know if there's anything we can do or anything you want us to stop doing. All right. Ba-dum-bum. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Empowerment Unleashed Now. Please subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform and let us know how this helped you.
Join us right here every week for another episode.